A lot of stuff's happened this year, in the year 2017. We've had a Trump presidency. This past January inauguration. We've had this first year of the Trump presidency. We've had North Korea kind of going crazy. About 6 test missiles and all the unrest with a nuclear North Korea. We've had a trio of hurricanes this year that slammed Houston, Texas, and then Florida, and then Puerto Rico. It seemed like just one right after the other. Major hurricanes that hit the U.S. We've had a lot of political stuff going on in the past couple of months. There's a major wildfire going on in California right now. There's been some good stuff in 2017. It's not all been natural disasters and fire and brimstone kind of stuff. We had the eclipse this summer. Do y'all remember that? Did most of you go out and stare at the sun an unreasonable amount of time? Got to skip school because the sun was doing something. So we had the Great American Eclipse this year. Star Wars is in the movie theater. We got a new Star Wars movie this year. Of course, we can say that every single year, it seems like. Next year, we'll say, hey, there's a new Star Wars movie. So we got a new Star Wars movie. There's a Chick-fil-A in Fort Payne. Praise God. Yes. We get to drink the Lord's lemonade and some holy waffle fries at a Christian establishment in Fort Payne in driving distance. We got a Chick-fil-A. The summit opened this year. I see Harlan and Deb, and I think about all of God's goodness and all that He's done in our association and with the summit in our church. Nehemiah Teams this year was the biggest we've had, the group that came. So many good things, and I could stand here for the next 25 minutes and take up all my time naming all the things that have happened in 2017. Personally, we've had good and bad going on. Titus had a pretty major surgery this year and had a cholesteatoma, a growth removed from his left ear. And Evie we spent Halloween night in the emergency room with Evie because she swallowed 2 magnets, which is a totally normal thing for an 11-year-old to do. It was Halloween night. I was still dressed as Captain Kirk from Star Trek in the emergency room at the hospital at Children's in Chattanooga. So I just walked around telling the doctors and nurses, live long and prosper, dressed as a Star Trek character on Halloween night. And I don't mean to embarrass her, but that is just one of those things that we kind of look back at it, and even she laughs at it now, and we kind of make magnet jokes. We started to get her some for Christmas just for fun. My sister Erica, their family got to move back this year. That's been a blessing, especially to Mom and Dad, having the grandkids close. And Erica got a job at Cornerstone, and Daniel, of course, is a doctor. He's at the hospital in Fort Payne. We're excited about that. Lots of good things going on personally. And this is that day, right, when you also kind of take an inventory. I've heard even in our prayer this morning, Caden talked about thanking God for what happened in 2017. We look back and there's some good and there's some bad, but this is that day when we kind of take an inventory of the year. We say, what happened? What do we want to change next year? What did this year look like? We do that in business, right? At the end of the year, we take an inventory. We have to look at everything that happened. We see where sales is at. We see what we've got in stock. We kind of see everything in business as we look and see where we're at, what we need to do differently next year, how we can improve. And we do that personally. We kind of look at our year. I want to be healthier. I want to read more. We kind of make some changes. This is that time when we look at our past and we look at the future, and we just kind of pause here at the end, a few hours from 2018, going into a new year, new beginnings. We have got to look at our year spiritually. As Christians, we have to examine the year. We have to say, where am I with God? I think we have to look back at our year and say, am I closer to God than I was on January 1st, 2017? How does my relationship with Christ look? Did I read my Bible more this year than I did last year? Or is that somewhere I really need to improve? Did I spend more time in prayer this year? What does your relationship with God look like? We have to ask ourselves some tough questions, and I think some of us could say, some of you may say, I'm exactly where I want to be with God. But I fear that many of us, myself included, would have to say, I need some work in that area. I need some work in that area.